The film begins with Chantal Arian, a young woman living in a social housing apartment in Berlin with her brother and alcoholic mother. Struggling with education, sports, and the arts, Chantal has always felt out of place. However, her dream is to become a social media influencer. She puts her effort into trying to build her online presence through makeup tutorials on Instagram Live, though her attempts are often disastrous, like the time she glued her hands to the bathroom sink. Unfazed by these setbacks, Chantal spots a new chance for social media stardom. She comes across an ad for a contest from Crunchy Gum, which invites influencers with small followings to create original product promotions. The winner will get featured in the company's next ad campaign. Chantal sees this as a golden opportunity and wastes no time getting started. Soon after, she plans a prank video with her best friend Zeynep, but Zeynep refuses to participate. She's more interested in checking for any news from a local law firm where she applied for an apprenticeship. While Zeynep sorts through her mail, Chantal discovers an acceptance letter from the law firm for Zeynep. Instead of giving it to her friend, Chantal hides the letter in her bag. She then drags Zeynep to a nearby youth center, where she regularly hangs out for the free Wi-Fi. Despite the teachers their urging Chantal to look for better opportunities, she doesn't take their advice seriously, having a long history with the center. After some back and forth, the teachers reluctantly offer Chantal a part-time job. Later, the two friends find themselves helping kids with an upcoming drama project when they come across a strange, dirty, antique mirror. As they approach it, the mirror mysteriously cleans itself, and Chantal jokingly calls it a magic mirror. Just then, the mirror speaks, granting her wish to become a princess. Shocked, Chantal and Zeynep are both sucked into the mirror and transported to Catania, a magical world where fairy tales come to life. There they meet Sparky, a spirit who explains that Chantal has awakened the mirror's magic. Chantal is now Princess Roselia Esmeralda, the daughter of the tyrannical King Wilder, ruler of Catania. Sparky warns them that the king has destroyed all the portals between worlds due to a prophecy foretelling that a chosen one would overthrow him. The two friends have only 24 hours before the portal closes again. Despite the shock of the situation, Chantal decides to make the most of her new status as a princess. She and Zeynep explore the grand medieval castle where they find Aladdin, not as a thief or prince, but a servant under the king's rule. Chantal, smitten with him, tries to flirt, but Aladdin quickly avoids her, clearly afraid. They later meet Amelia, a noblewoman engaged to a famous knight, who invites them to a royal ball the next evening. At dinner with the royal family, Chantal and Zeynep are stunned to see the queen trapped in a painting and the king, who appears as a young man, but is actually an elderly man who stays youthful by drinking from the fountain of youth. They are introduced to Bosco, a handsome prince, who is in love with Philip, a stable boy. It's revealed that Bosco is one of several princes vying for Chantal's hand in marriage. As Chantal learns more about her role in Catania, she uncovers a prophecy stating that she will fall into a deep sleep due to a curse from a witch named Sansara. Only a true love's kiss can wake her after 100 years. Realizing she's the princess from Sleeping Beauty, Chantal's nightmare intensifies when Sansara arrives that night in the form of an old woman with a yarn spinner. Before she can cast her curse, Chantal and Zeynep spring into action to stop her. The two friends know that the witch's skin is immune to all weapons, except those made of silver. With this knowledge, they manage to subdue Sansara by using a silver spoon and a silver rod. They force the witch to lift the curse from Chantal's body, trapping it in a nearby vase. Afterward, they put the silver tools away and let Sansara fly back to her home. The next morning, as Chantal and Zeynep eagerly wait for the portal to open again, they hear a noise outside. Peering out the window, they see a prince climbing toward the room. Chantal, still not ready to return home as she hasn't filmed any content for her social media, persuades Zeynep to stay longer. She decides to shoot a promotional video for Crunchy Gum with the prince. Chantal and Zeynep quickly come up with a plan. Zeynep hides behind a curtain with Chantal's phone, while Chantal pretends to be asleep. Prince Bosco enters the room and hesitantly leans in to kiss the Sleeping Beauty. However, Chantal wakes up before their lips touch, immediately starting to put on an act for the video. She pushes the prince to express his love for her, but he's clearly uninterested. Nervous, he grabs the nearby vase and inadvertently releases the 100-year curse. The curse flies around the room, causing chaos. It shatters the magical mirror, the only way for the girls to return home. With the mirror broken, they have no choice but to summon Sparky. Furious at the mess they've made, Sparky reveals that only a novice witch with powerful abilities can fix the portal. Chantal suddenly recalls her wish for herself to become a princess and for Zeynep to be a witch. Realizing that Zeynep must now train to become a witch, the two head off to find Sansara in the enchanted forest, hoping she can help. Before they leave, they hide Bosco's unconscious body so no one can find him. As they head downstairs, they encounter Aladdin, who initially tries to avoid them. However, when Chantal begs for his help, he reluctantly agrees. Aladdin shows them his ancestral carpet, which is in need of repair, before offering to lead them to the enchanted forest. They travel for hours before arriving at its entrance. Aladdin stays behind with the horses while the girls venture into the forest. After a short walk, they come upon a large wooden cottage and enter cautiously. Inside, they are confronted by Sansara, who immediately recognizes the necklace Chantal is wearing. She realizes they aren't from this world and kneels before them. Sansara then reveals an ancient prophecy. A hero from another world will enter the forbidden castle and retrieve a powerful blue diamond. With this diamond, the hero will bring peace to Kotaini and overthrow the tyrannical King Welder, who had previously banished all the witches from the kingdom after hearing the prophecy. Sansara gives Chantal a compass to guide her to the forbidden castle and a book containing ancient spells. Chantal then leaves the cottage with the book, leaving Zeynep behind to begin her witch training. A few hours later, Chantal returns to the castle and attempts to wake Bosco using the spells from the book. As she searches for the right spell, she hears a noise from outside. Chantal hides behind the curtains and watches as Philip, the stable boy, climbs through the window into the room. Philip, seeing his unconscious lover, kisses Bosco's lips, and to his astonishment, the prince wakes up, signaling their deep connection. Elated, Chantal leaps from her hiding place to congratulate the two lovers, excited to film their reunion for Instagram. However, their joy is interrupted by a knock at the door. Philip, not supposed to be there, quickly hides on the balcony. The king enters and sees Chantal and Bosco together. He assumes the prince's kiss has revived his daughter, and in his excitement, announces their marriage and a grand celebration. Chantal, now determined to fix the magical mirror, gathers the necessary items. She enlists Aladdin's help to fetch some ingredients, while she stealthily takes the rest from around the castle. In exchange, Chantal secretly repairs Aladdin's carpet, imbuing it with the magic she learned from her book. A few days later, Zeynep returns to Kotaini, having completed her witch training. She joins Chantal, and together they repair the mirror using Zeynep's powers and Chantal's ingredients. However, the dark magic inside Zeynep starts to cloud her judgment, and she becomes suspicious of everyone in attacking Chantal, who is forced to flee. Bosco's mother quickly realizes Zeynep is a witch, and soldiers soon arrive to arrest her. Chantal is also suspected of witchcraft, but narrowly escapes with Aladdin on his carpet. With nowhere else to go, they fly to the Forbidden Castle, where Aladdin drops Chantal off. He offers to accompany her, but she insists on going alone. They exchange necklaces before she enters the castle. Chantal makes her way to the inner crypts, where the blue diamond is kept. Just as she approaches it, a fierce dragon emerges. Despite its intimidating appearance, Chantal remains calm and speaks to the creature with love, causing the dragon to behave like a puppy eager to help her. Chantal takes the blue diamond and rides the dragon back to Kotaini. Along the way, they visit the hidden Fountain of Youth, where the dragon collects water to help them on their journey. Back in Kotaini, the king has arranged a public execution for Zeynep, who is tied to a pole and about to be burned for being a witch. Chantal intervenes, riding in on her dragon, which spits the Fountain of Youth water at the king and his men, turning them into babies in an instant. After neutralizing her enemies, Chantal frees Zeynep and takes the king's crown, placing the blue diamond on it, formally making her the ruler of Kotaini. With her newfound power, she frees the queen from her portrait and appoints Amalia as the chief of knights. Shortly after, Chantal and Zeynep return to the room where the magical mirror is fully repaired. They bid farewell to Sparky and step back into their world. The movie concludes with Chantal receiving a book documenting her adventures in Kotaini, which also includes the acceptance letter for Zeynep from the local law firm. As the two friends put aside their differences and promise to stay together forever, the screen fades out. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.